Okay, we are live. 73,000 people waiting for us to go live. Wow. We just really appreciate the support. Thank you all so much. Here we are. We are live. Very excited to be with you tonight. We've got some cool things to talk about.
Really?
Well, we have a topic to talk about, and not a whole lot to update everyone on as we wait for everyone to show up here. I did forget to turn on your microphone, but that's okay because you hadn't said anything yet. And you do need, you need to do that. So I can act like I had her volume up full blast,
Whoopsie.
but it was her fault. But it was actually both of ours faults that you were unable to hear her. So how is everybody doing? We have a long night ahead of us tonight because we have this stream here. Immediately following, we will have the member stream. Very excited. We missed last week, but we had to because, we had to get up early, super early the next morning and get on the road so that Lisa could sit and ride in the truck while I drove 4 hours to my mother's birthday party. But it was wonderful.
You're welcome.
It was a great day. I enjoyed myself very much. I saw people at that event that I haven't seen in 10 years. So I bet you it's been 10. 2015?
Maybe the nieces and nephews, but there were a lot of them that we saw at weddings and stuff.
Well, yeah. But again, I didn't say everybody. I said there were some there that I haven't seen in a while. So it was very, very fun, and sorry that we missed the member stream, but we're going to have one tonight. So very excited about that. Anybody that
snacks,
priorities, anybody that is a channel member is more than welcome to come on over to that and hang out with us. And if you want to come on the stream with us, we've got space available. I've only got 2 or 3 lined up, and one might be lined up. I don't know. He didn't say anything back to me. He's always ready to text me during live streams all the time. But today he doesn't want to text me a response as to whether or not he's coming on or not. But it's okay if he doesn't, because it was last minute. I said, hey, we got spots if you want to come on. But
I think I know who you're talking about because you put me in it. And I was like, am I?
I didn't put you in that. He did that. He sent it as a group chat. His name rhymes with Schmipsmerld.
Schmipsmerld. Yeah.
I couldn't say that with a straight face.
I know who you're talking about.
So yeah, Curtis put that email address up there. It's not the right one, but it'll work if you want to email me at that one. Curtis, I try to get people to do the KG Boxes of Water one just to keep it separate, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter.
I like it going to that one because
then you don't see it.
Yeah, and then I don't have to answer the email.
Yeah, exactly. Lefty is in the chat with us. Lefty is one that has been on a few times. If you want to come on, I almost said his real name. I don't know if he's ever said his real name on YouTube before. I don't want to dox him. But anyway, okay, listen. Let's get right into pissing people off right off the bat, shall we?
Really? I just read the title. I wasn't even aware.
Yeah.
But that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. As I allow my heart rate to go down, I don't want to be too upset while I talk about this. Let me go through this real quick. Kaylin Shepard said, my decision is to super chat one half of the best podcast in all known and unknown multiverses. Kaylin must have been watching a lot of Peacemaker lately, which is a show you have not seen and you would not like. So you're not missing anything.
Okay.
But Lex Luthor was on it. Oops, spoiler alert. I'm not going to make you mad, Leslie. At least I don't think. Listen, I'm going to complain about something that is rampant.
A rant?
I don't like to define my own rants as rants. I feel like it's important that other people say John ranted I don't like to call it that. But there's something that happens in our community that really ticks me off. Leslie, I don't think it has anything to do with you, so don't worry about that. Brent Russell, I'm so sad while my fish survived my bug bomb, it killed all of my shrimp. Oh. Well, there was probably some kind of warning on the paperwork. Sorry, George Evans, what happened?
He lost a friend.
Oh, no. Lost my friend to cancer. Oh, it was his funeral today. Rest in power, Harry. Fly high, brother. Watching your videos is helping. So glad, George, that we can help you through that. Sorry to hear that. That is brutal. Why can't they just allow the cure for cancer to be out there? We all know that it's out there, don't we? Yeah, I'm one of those cancer conspiracy theorists. I think it's out there, but they don't let us have it because I don't need it yet. I hope I never do, because they make too much money from cancer. I am a believer in that. I'm sorry to start conspiracy theories. Finsanity put in a 40-month free. I think you get one of those per month or per week. He just included a couple of exclamation points. Probably because we were late because I had to go pee. And then he gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Joe, for that. You're doing it already because that's what you do. And we do not, I do not deserve you. I have 130. Can I keep Oscars? You daggone right you can, Jason. Do it. You'd be doing it right. Unless you're saying 130 liters. I don't know what that translates to gallons. I'm going to need clarification on that. But if it's 130 gallons, dude, you're doing a whole heck of a lot better than most people do. Okay. I didn't know what to put on the thumbnail of this live stream because I don't know. So I just put a little girl holding a bag of fish up, and it's cute. I don't know if you saw it, but 130 gallons, then shoot, you are good, my friend. 130 gallons for Oscars. Pff, man, you're doing so much better than most people.
Doing better than me.
Well, by 5 gallons. Yeah, sure. Yeah. But I still say you're fine. You fine, girl. You fine. Damn, you fine.
I'm always cleaning the filter and stuff, so it's not like I don't take care of the tank.
2 or 3 though. Dude, don't you see I'm trying to get on the topic here. You're interrupting me, Jason.
You can have 3.
You can't talk about Oscars and not expect me to interrupt what I'm talking about. I'm going to.
3, but just make sure you keep up with maintenance.
This broad sitting across the table from me. Now, see, you see her next to me, but she's across from me. See, there's my fingers. See that? When she pisses me off, I do this. Just try to figure out what that is. Listen. She has 3 Oscars, 4 Oscars, and how many Severums? 4 or 5?
5.
And I'm telling her...
Vampire Playco and 8 Cory Cats.
I'm telling her she can... Well, the Cory Cats are going to have to go eventually, not because she doesn't like Cory Cats, but because they will end up being food. I don't care how big they get. But 125 gallon...
They're going to grow up together because they're going to like each other, so it's going to be okay.
Yeah. 125 gallon, perfectly acceptable for 4 Oscars and 5 Severums. I'll say it to your face. I'm not afraid of you. It's fine. She seems to think it's not. And because of that, she wants to give me her Oscars when they get big enough to put in here. Oh, isn't that a shame?
I mean, that's the plan.
Isn't that going to be a real problem for me? Listen, Jason, you're in big trouble. Stop interrupting me now. I don't like trends, and I don't like followers. That came out wrong. I appreciate people who follow us on social media. That's not what I meant. I don't like people who follow like blind sheep the crowds and do things and say things not based on their experience, but they say it based on what they've been told from others. You want examples? Sure, I'll give you some. Unfollowing you now, John. I deserve that. Michael Skurnick. I said it. I called him out by name. How could John do this? John doesn't call out other YouTubers by name. Lisa's the only one that does that. Well, I'm not calling him out for anything he did wrong, although I do think he made a mistake. We're going to talk about that. This is not about Michael Skurnick, except it's a scenario that involves him. I promise this will all make sense. If you don't know who Michael Skurnick is, he is Michael's Fish Room. He hasn't been around in a while. I think he had some major, I don't think, I know, he had some major life changes.
He got married.
Bad, but then good. And he's super happy and he's doing his thing. Michael is a friend of mine. I've had many, many, many conversations with him. So you're not going to hear me say anything bad about him, except for the fact that I believe he made a mistake. And we're going to talk about it. But he hasn't been making videos for a long time. So it ain't like he's going to see this. But even if he does, I would say exactly what I'm about to say to his face, because it doesn't involve him. It involves the reaction to something he did. Here's what I mean.
Okay.
About 5 years ago, I think it was, might have been 4 years ago. I don't know. I don't know the date that this happened.
It's probably 3.
Might have been 3. He got, when the Penguin Pro, this is here for demonstration purposes. When the Penguin Pro filter from Marineland was brand new, by the way, we bought this. This was not sent to us for free. We bought several of them, actually, because we were testing them out to see if we wanted to carry them. And then we found out we can't make any money on them. So we decided not to bring them in. But they're good filters. I don't have a problem with those filters at all. I think they're actually quite good. When they were brand spanking new, and nobody, to my knowledge, had them yet, Michael got one. I do not know if Marineland sent it to him for the purposes of review. I don't recall him saying that. And I think he did that before we were required to say that by the COPA laws or whatever it's called. Regardless, it makes no difference whether he paid for it or they sent it to him.
I need to know facts.
But it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. He had it for, I think, a month running on his flower horn tank. And he was in his fish room one day doing random things in the fish room, and the filter caught fire.
Oh, yeah.
Every fish keeper's worst nightmare, isn't it? The filter caught fire. Now, it wasn't a blazing inferno. It wasn't like, you know, it damaged his house and all that kind of stuff. But the scary part about it is that it could have. You don't know. We'll never know. Because he happened to be there when it happened. And so he unplugged it and took it off the tank. And there was no harm done to his fish, no harm done to him, no harm done to anything except for the filter. Filter burnt up. And this is where, in my opinion, he made a mistake. And again, Michael used to be a big guy. I think he slimmed down a lot. He might be smaller than me now, but regardless, whether he's bigger than me today or he's smaller than me, I've had conversations with that man face to face. And let me tell you something. I would say this to his face. He made a mistake. Why? Oh. Because he made a video about it the very next day. How's that a mistake? John, that doesn't make sense. Michael was a content creator. Isn't his responsibility to make sure that the public knows when something like that happens? No, it's not. Because at the end of the day, you know, I know, Lisa knows, though she likes to be argumentative, so she probably won't admit it. We all know that was a fluke thing. That was something that happened, And we also know that happens with pretty much every, not everyone, but every electronic device that has ever been built ever in history. I promise you, there are stories of those electrical devices burning up and starting a house on fire, or starting on fire in somebody's pocket and burning their leg, or whatever it is. I would be willing to bet everything I have, and I think I'm up to like $3.50 now. If you were to do a Google search for whatever you are watching this live stream on right now, you're watching this live stream on one of four things: a cell phone, which, do we call them cell phones anymore? No, we call them phones. You're watching it on a phone, a tablet, a desktop computer or laptop computer. Those could technically count as two, or a television set. One of those things is what you are watching this on right now. And I promise you, I'll bet all $3.50 on it. If you do a Google search, you will find a story of that thing that you are watching this live stream on right now catching fire. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet these lights that I have in my ceiling and these studio lights that we have us lit with right now, there's stories of those catching on fire. The point I'm trying to make here is what has happened from this video that Michael did. Well, it's simple. I don't know this as fact because I didn't actually research this, but again, I'd bet all $3.50 that I have that this is true. If you were to go on YouTube again, and believe me, it sounds like I'm trying to encourage you to watch anything but this stream. I'm not. If you were to search Marineland Penguin Pro Filter Review, and you were to click on any channel, I don't care how many subscribers they have, I don't care how many views it has, I'd be willing to bet it would take you all of 45 seconds to find a comment in one of those videos that says, I'm not going to buy this filter because they catch on fire. Why are they saying that? Because of Michael Skurnick's video. That's where I'm saying he made a mistake. Did he make a malicious mistake that was negligent and he should be punished for? No. But it was making a video about something that could happen to anything, anyone, anywhere. And it sucks. I hate that it happened to him. I hate that his filter burnt up. I hate that it scared him and it could have killed his fish. I believe he had it in a flower horn tank. Special fish to him. Could have been a real big problem, and I'm glad it wasn't. It sucks that it happened, but I still don't think there should have been a video done about it. I have a good friend. I'm not going to name names because I don't think this story was ever public. But I have a good friend who had a similar situation happen in his aquarium in his home. And the only reason it was discovered was because his daughter was in the basement where this tank was. And she said, Daddy, something's burning. And he ran downstairs and found a piece of equipment on his aquarium had caught fire. And in this particular situation, it killed all of the fish in that tank. But what's worse is it could have killed everybody in that house because it actually started a fire. Michael Skurnick was there and was able to stop it before it got really, really bad. And that's a good thing. I'm glad he did. But the point is, this other guy, that's a good friend of mine, that I know very well, could have lost everything. Guess what he didn't do? He didn't make a video about it.
I know who that is.
And this is somebody that everybody in this chat knows. So the reason why a video didn't get made about it is because it's an electronic device. Things happen. It sucks, but they happen. Should the entire brand be ruined over that? I don't think so. Now, if there was a situation where it was discovered that there was negligence in the assembly of the motor, and then that's what caught fire, and okay, well, now we're having a different conversation. But this was a brand spanking new filter that I don't even think was released for sale to the public yet. Maybe it was. If it was, it had just been released. And there's already a video being made about it. Don't buy this filter. Actually, Michael never said that. But people who watch that are going to look at it and be like, oh, damn, never going to buy those. So much so, in fact, that 5 years later, they're still commenting on videos saying, I wouldn't buy those because they catch on fire. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's been 736 videos made by different YouTubers all talking about their Penguin Pros catching on fire. If that's the case, I haven't seen them. But the point that I'm trying to make is the person who I have, and it's not just one person, I have seen these comments in videos. I'm not going to buy the Penguin Pro because they catch fire. That person never had a Penguin Pro catch on fire. They're simply saying what they said because they saw it happen to somebody else. Did you read about that automobile accident where 3 people died on that road that you drive on every day? I'm making this up, but you know it happens. Have you stopped driving on that road? Are you going to post on social media that you're never going to drive on that road ever again because people got in an accident and died on that road? No, you're going to look at that and you're going to say, damn, that sucks. They got in an accident. It's why it's called an accident. It's terrible and they died and I feel bad, but I still need to take that road to get to work. So it is what it is. That's what everybody would say. Michael Skurnick is not the reason why I'm making this video or doing this live stream. That situation was just an example of what it is that I'm talking about here, because that was a real thing. I forgot to cover up the number. It's driving me crazy.
Oh, yeah.
We got a comment today. It might have been today, might have been yesterday, it might have been 3 weeks ago. I don't know. I have actually been looking at comments on our YouTube channel way more lately because, I just have been. I don't know. We started making a new style video last week, put up the first episode. You thought we missed last week's video? No, it's just that you didn't realize that the thumbnail was us. I've had comments on the video saying, I skipped past this one because I didn't realize it was you. The thumbnail's terrible. It doesn't look like anything we've ever done before. And a lot of people don't even realize that it's us. But so much fun, having an absolute blast.
I have to say something real quick. Lisa Meow said, your Oscar tank looks super clear tonight. Looks really good.
Yeah, thank you for noticing that.
You asked me when I walked in. That's why I had to point that out.
People know you bring up Oscars or my Oscar tank, you're going to distract me and I'm going to go off on a little tangent. And this case is no different. So what I have finally done here is I finally found the setting that I like for these lights. That's why it looks so different. Nothing has changed in the tank except for the settings on the light. But thank you, Lisa Meow, for recognizing that, because we recorded 4 podcast episodes today, Jason and I kept looking as I'm monitoring things and I would see the tank behind me and I'd be like, oh, it looks so good. I'm so happy about that. There's no excuse for it taking me as long as it did to get that done, but here it is. It's done. Curtis brings up a good point. Cows kill more people than sharks. You know what? I am guilty of the thing that we are talking about here today. I do not like to swim in the ocean because of sharks. I'm scared of sharks. But you know what?
I don't like to swim.
There's about 27,000 different stories of people getting eaten by sharks. So little different than somebody's filter catching on fire.
John from Guam said, I'll subscribe to your magazine. I guess people feel sorry you only have 11 subscribers.
Forgot about that one. Yeah, that was a big milestone, getting that 11 mark. Y'all, wait till the one coming up this weekend. Y'all, you're going to see things that you ain't never thought you were going to see on this channel. Let me promise you that. It is Woo! Stay tuned. I'm going to try to do a better job on the thumbnail so that more people watch it. But
Anyway.
yeah. So, not me in a Speedo, but close.
Stop.
Curtis, you try to get me in so much trouble. Knock it off. You are a rascal and a troublemaker. So this is the comment that set me off here today.
Oh.
I so badly want to say a particular word, but I'm not going to say it because you've made me promise not to.
That's exactly right. And I know exactly what word you're talking about. Don't say that word.
Not going to do it. I won't say it.
Thank you.
You can't force me to say it. But there's a lot of words that I'd like to use to describe the person that put up this comment, because this person is a follower. This person is someone whose opinions are formed, and he spreads his opinions that were formed by someone else. Someone else told him things, and he formed his opinion and started spreading that message, not knowing what he's talking about. And I'm really sorry. I'm going to make you look like a total buffoon. And that's not the word I was saying that I was forbidden from talking about.
Oh.
I'm going to make you look like more of an R word than you've already made yourself look. That's as close as I'm going to get to saying it. The comment was on the video not the video, but the live streams I did, or the one live stream I did about this. And the thumbnail of the live stream has me holding like 3 boxes with the Aquafiltra in it. Point is, it was the first impressions unboxing of the Aquafiltra. There's going to be a surprise twist with the Aquafiltra too that nobody is expecting. But here's the comment.
Here goes.
I'm sorry. And before I read this, tell me if anything you're about to hear in this comment sounds familiar. Okay?
I'm ready.
I'm sorry, but CJ keeps missing the mark in the hang on back segment. The title needs a redesign to eliminate the skimmer and basket, and a basket redesign that forces, all caps, the water to flow through the media instead of bypassing. This is why the Aqua Clear is the very best hang on back filter on the market. First of all, never describe something as the very best. You sound like a 7-year-old. That's my very best grade I've ever gotten. Come on. You're better than that. You're obviously not a smart person, though. And I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but don't you sit there with your mouth open. I've said worse. This is not a smart person. Why?
Sounds like.
Because this person doesn't know what I know. This person doesn't know what people who know what they're talking about know. First of all, I mean, I'm just having a conversation with y'all, right? This is a Seachem filter that was designed by Seachem, not CJ. So there's that. Your lights just came on.
Yeah, 15 minutes ago.
I thought they just came on just now. Okay. Oh, it's when I lean down like this, a light flashes in the tank, and it makes me, anyway, who cares? So let's talk about what this idiot is referring to. If you watch videos about the Seachem title, you are going to hear the word bypass. Not from everybody, not from people who know what they're talking about, but you're going to hear that said regularly by people who are stupid. Like that guy. Why do I say that? It's very simple. because hang-on back filters must have bypass. If they don't, they will overflow and flood your room in your house. That's why. That's why it's there. What is bypass? What are we talking about? This is a Seachem title. It's dusty because it's been sitting in our barn. A customer, something happened. This is a part filter, basically, where we sold a filter to somebody. They had a warranty issue, and we just sent them a part from this filter, and then this has just been sitting in our barn ever since. And you never know, somebody might need a pump or something like that. I can pull it off of here and send it to them, and that's what we do. We sacrifice this filter for a customer. Now, if you're not familiar with the title, it has a pull-out basket. This is where all of your media goes. Water flows through there.
Spiders.
Bugs in here. Water flows through those slots right there, up through the basket, through the media. I forget I'm not on camera by myself. Through the media, and then rolls over the side. But you see these two holes right here? These are the bypass holes. These are a place for the water to go in case the media is clogged up. Because if the media is clogged up, everything fills up, and there's the potential, particularly if you don't have your filter sitting perfectly level like it should be, if it's leaning back a little bit, you can be pouring water onto your floor. And it's very important, particularly with filters that have the pump in the water, which is where it should be, because they'll just keep pumping water out. And if your filter's overflowing, it's just going to overflow until it gets all the way down to the intake, and it's going to be a big problem, and absolutely nobody in the world wants that. So
I don't want that.
No. People look at this bypass as a problem. It's not a problem. It's a necessity. And I'm about to blow your mind.
Really?
I'm going to do it. You can't stop me from doing it. Let's talk about Michael Skurnick's filter first.
I gotta get my snacks out.
This is not the one that burnt up. Do you want me, while you're stuffing your face, to take you off camera so that or are you just okay to sit there and eat on camera? It doesn't bother me. I'm just trying to look out for you, you know.
Do you all want to see me eat? Isn't there like videos about that? People do that?
Yeah, they're called mukbangs.
So you get a fish live stream and a mukbang stream.
This filter right here has never been used.
I don't like those because of the wheels. They don't turn all the time.
I mean, the bio wheels are kind of annoying, but I don't hate them. As long as they're spinning, it's cool. But if they stop spinning, then it is kind of a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
So if the media in this filter is clogged, if these two, which these are backwards, I think. Why does it matter? I'm not doing a tutorial on this filter. It's kind of difficult to see. But you see this chamber back here? You see this opening right here? And you see that just fall off? And you see this opening right here? And they both come to here. What's that for? What's that little channel right there for? Any guesses? Did anyone guess bypass? You would have guessed right.
I wasn't paying attention. Can you do it again?
If this whole area right here was completely blocked off, particularly with a filter that has cartridges like this, when they get clogged up, what do they tend to do? They tend to raise up.
Yeah.
And so if it raises up and packed in media in any filter can raise up, people like to jam their tidal filters and their aqua clears full of a bunch of stuff. And if your media is up all the way at the top and there isn't somewhere for the water to go, ding, 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 where's it going to go? Right over the back of the filter. This lid for the penguin snaps on, but it's not a seal. It doesn't seal the filter off completely. If it overflows in there, it's going to go out of the back of the tank. You're going to have water on your floor, and you're going to complain that the Penguin Pro is a terrible filter. I should have listened to Michael's Fish Room. Even though he never said not to buy the filter. I should have taken that and I should have said, no, I'm not going to buy that filter. I should have known it was bad. It flooded my living room. Well, first of all, it floated your floated? Really? Because it floated. It flooded your living room because you didn't clean your media, dummy. And second of all, it flooded it because there was no bypass. I'm saying hypothetically, if there were no bypass, that's what would happen. But because there is somewhere for the water to go, that's what prevents it from overflowing. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the brand new Aquafiltra from CJ. Ain't she pretty?
5-year warranty.
She's a beaut, isn't she? Spillways all the way the full width of the filter. Pump is down below. Gorgeous, isn't it? It's beautiful. Looks like something that should be on the Batmobile. Guess what the Aquafiltra has? What's that? It's bypass. It's somewhere for water to go in case the cartridges get full and media's not passing through it and water needs to go somewhere. Rather than going out of the back of the tank, it has somewhere to go. Now this is the one that is really gonna make the R word person that put that comment up look really, really more R word. Guess what other filter has bypass, ladies and gentlemen? This is the all new a year and a half ago excuse me, they all sound so similar. Aqua Clear. I love this filter. This is another part filter. We sent somebody the pump. So let's pretend for a second that there's a pump on there. If you're not familiar with this filter, the chamber of this filter is similar. A lot of people would say better. And that's something I'm not going to put up any argument on because it is really good the way the media works on this filter. But what happens when you, where is it? I can't find it. But there's an intake tube that goes into here. And it goes back into this back chamber here. Now this is going to be really difficult. I'm going to take the camera off of you for just a second because
Okay.
I need to be able to show this. It's going to be difficult. But here's what happens, okay? We're looking at the back of this filter. There's normally a pump right here that is pumping the water. Let me just get it. We got an hour and a half. Why am I trying to act like
Just get it.
So your intake looks like this. Okay, so when you're looking at your filter, it's going to look like that, right? This goes down into your tank, sucks the water up into this chamber back here. So what happens is the water travels down this chamber here, and I don't know if you can see it on here, but it's very defined. You have, oh, this is so hard because everything's backwards, and you have a chamber that goes right here. So when the pump pumps the water in, it comes into here, overflows into here, and then down and up through the media. And then when it goes up through the media, it pours over into your aquarium. Pretty simple, right? I'm not trying to talk to you like you're a third grader. I'm just saying we all know this. This is how it goes, though.
Are you mansplaining?
I am totally mansplaining. But, oh, whatever could this be? Wait a second. This is the very best filter ever made. Why are these holes here? I can't believe it. Well, let me tell you why they're there. They're there in case your media is clogged. The water needs somewhere to go. So guess what it does? It goes through the side of that basket, down into here, and gets put back down into this chamber through the slots that are next to this intake tube. And you want to know what's interesting about this? I don't know this as fact because I've never talked to the designers of this filter, but I'm willing to bet they did this on purpose. Did what on purpose? If you go on their website, they talk about that as if it is a bonus feature that no one else has ever done. It is like a second stage to the filtration. If the water bypasses and it goes back in there to get recirculated back through the filter. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? They all do that. All of them. Not just this one, not just the Aquafiltra, not just the Seachem. They all do it. They all have bypass built into them. I've just shown you the bypass on all of them. I'm not making it up. This is not something that is restricted to only the Seachem title. Yet the Seachem title is the only one that anybody ever complains about that bypass. And you want to know why? It's because they heard a YouTuber talking about it. That's why. And that is the problem with all of this. That's the problem that I'm talking about. That's the whole reason why I'm talking about this right now.
I'm back on camera.
You are. Sorry. I didn't let you know. I'm glad you weren't picking boogers or anything.
Shut up.
That is why this is a problem. Not because people have purchased the filter. There are people that don't know what they're talking about, that get the filter and they look at that bypass and they call that a problem. It's because they don't know how these filters work and because they don't have common sense. They don't know that this is not something that was a mistake by the manufacturer. This is something that is built into the filter as a safety measure so that the water has somewhere to go if it doesn't automatically go through the media. This is what it's designed to do. This is not a flaw with the filter. There are people that you will watch videos on their channel. I'm not calling any particular YouTubers out. No, I'm not going to do that.
Do it.
No.
Do it. Do it.
It doesn't really matter. Usually the people, some that I've seen specifically that have complaints about it, have very specific reasons why they don't want people to buy the Seachem title. And that is what it is. I can't fault anybody for that. But where it is a problem is when other people start parroting that opinion. I don't like the skimmer. You want to know something funny? I'm not going to use that as an analogy because I'd get in big trouble. But if you're having a conversation with somebody one day and the title comes up and they do what people do and they automatically say, oh, I hate that skimmer. Say to them, why? And this is the look that they're going to, this is how the conversation's going to go. You play me, the one that says, why? Oh, I don't like that Seachem title. That thing's a piece of crap because it has that skimmer.
But why?
Because I don't like the skimmer.
But I need to know why. You have to tell me or I'm going to say an R word.
It has bypass.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Listen, y'all, we're shooting for Oscars here. Okay, not Oscar fish. I got those. We got 7 of those, 6 of those. No, we're going for the Academy Awards here. This is how we're doing it. If you ask somebody, why don't you like the skimmer on the title? they're going to not have an answer for you. Or if they do have an answer for you, it's going to be a parroted answer from somebody else. It's something that they heard someone else say, just like, oh, I'm not going to buy the Penguin Pro because they catch on fire. You heard somebody say it. You are a follower. You don't make decisions for yourself. You don't formulate your own opinions. You allow your opinions to be formed by other people, and you just parrot their ideas. And I say, shame on you.
Yeah. Mic drop.
That's it. I was going to do it with this, but it would have made a mess. Her fault. It's her fault that I'm drinking these because she bought them.
I bought a lot of those for the party last weekend.
It's the Southern style. It's so good. Folks, parrot, that's the perfect word. People always do that. Heck, I've done it. I try not to, but it has happened. This is not a problem that's just limited to our community, but it is a problem that is rampant in our community. Whether it's this filter's the best, that filter sucks, the no water change method, the natural aquarium, the this light, that heater, whatever it is, people do this and it drives me crazy. And I've had scenarios where I've had conversations with people and I hate that product. Oh, did you have a bad experience with it? Well, no, I've never had it, but I hate it. Why? Were you born to hate it? Like I was born to hate the Dallas Cowboys? No, I just don't like it. That skimmer is stupid. Well, yeah, I agree it's stupid, but could you tell me why? No, but you just said you agree it's stupid. Can you say why? Well, yeah, it's just not necessary. It's kind of a waste of flow. It could certainly diminish the overall flow of the filter. And if your filter is appropriately sized for your aquarium, the water is going to flow properly and it's not going to be necessary to have the skimmer. Oh, well, that's the reason why I don't like it. Yeah, that's it. And now that idiot's going to go and parrot that to somebody else. And it's a never ending cycle and it's stupid. And there's nothing that's going to make me lose respect for you faster than for you to parrot someone else's thoughts. I'm doing the Crystalia right now. That's it.
Sure.
Why do you hate the Cowboys? Because I didn't have a choice. I came out of the womb and my mom was like, oh, coochie coo, you're so cute. You know, you're going to hate the Cowboys, right? I was born and raised a Redskins fan and there's nothing anybody can do about it. I'm not really a fan anymore because I hate the NFL now. I decided this week. That just is what it is. I'm not going to get into details, but I hate the NFL now. And that's all I have to say about that. Say bye-bye, Jenny. Anyway, now I got to put all of these filters away and it drives me crazy.
I hope so. You better. I know what's going to happen. You're going to be like, I hate going out to the fish house because it's so messy because I don't clean up after myself.
Now, it's not the mess from filters that bothers me. It's the cat hair and the everything else.
I've been vacuuming.
Yeah, it looks great.
I know.
Wonderful. I'm thrilled about that. I need to know more. No, you will not know more. Still baseball, okay. Yeah, I am a baseball fan. Baseball hasn't been corrupted yet. So I'm still a fan. And that sounded really bad, and I feel like I have to clarify. Baseball isn't full, at least from what I've seen, of a bunch of politics. The NFL is. And that bothers me. And I want no part of it anymore. I'm from Texas, and the Dallas Cowboys are the black sheep of the state. You know what? Most Dallas Cowboy fans are not from Dallas. If they're from Dallas, I could kind of understand. Like, okay, well, you're a fan of the Cowboys for the same reason why I'm a fan of the Redskins. I didn't have another choice. It's not like my parents were like, hey, you know what? You can make your own decision of what football team you're going to root for. No, No.
Sherry said, my grandson just went to his first baseball game in D.C. and now wants to play. Aww.
That's a beautiful thing. I love baseball. I love hockey. And that's pretty much all I'm going to watch now. I gave up on the NBA long ago. I stopped watching the NBA when John Wall played for the Wizards. I stopped watching the NBA when the Wizards became the Wizards and stopped being the Bullets. Just all that stuff. It's all stupid. And Terry McLaurin is one of the biggest reasons why I'm no longer a fan of the NFL. I know that sounds like it's totally out of left field, but you know, if people want me to explain it in the member stream, I will do that, but I'm not doing it here. Finsanity, my second ex-wife, I'm sorry that made me chuckle, Joe. That was terrible of me. I'm a bad person. Second ex-wife is sitting in my fish garage watching you KGT live. Did hell freeze over? Can you say hi? I am such a horrible person because it's just funny when it starts off my second ex-wife. I don't know why that makes me laugh. I've only got one and
but
I
it's
upgraded.
Funny because he didn't say my second wife, my second ex-wife.
Can you say hi to Lori Ty? Hello, Lori Ty.
No, it's Lori. Thank you, I think. Doesn't TY mean thank you?
Well, I'm like Ron Burgundy. You type it, I'm going to say it. Go F yourself, San Diego. So, hi, Lori. Thank you. Very excited that you're watching us tonight. And y'all are, you make this known, so I'm not doxing anybody. You're in the upstate New York area, so you are going to freeze over very soon. Whips World with the $5 super chat said, I've had power strips catch fire and I didn't realize it until well afterwards, finding blackened and melted. I've had that too.
Oh. Did you see that?
What even was that?
It was the light.
Oh, it was a ghost.
Yeah.
We got ghosts in here. I'm a Caps fan. Good on you, Lamont. It's going to be a sad day when Ovi retires. It's going to be hard. And I'm not able to watch Caps games now because I canceled the streaming service that I had to watch football because I don't want to watch football anymore. And so I'm not going to be able to see my Caps either. Power strips catching fire is not something that is uncommon. You hear that story a lot. But guess what? People are still buying power strips. They're buying the cheapest power strips they can find on Amazon.
True.
Nobody stopped doing that. Then Whips World came in with another $5 super chat, said, I'm pretty sure for the official record, I did reply, although I might not have given you an answer. Yeah, I'm looking at it as we speak, Whip, and no reply.
No reply. Wait a minute. I need to look because I was part of that.
She basically just called me a liar to my face in front of 48,000 people.
Right there was a reply.
But who was the last one to say something?
Oh,
Wasn't him.
It was John. John was the last person to say something in this conversation. That's true.
Finsanity, again, with the $20, I believe it's up to $40 for the night, Joe. You're out of control. After a week of having my sump on my 225 running, I came home tonight to it filling the main tank faster than it's draining. No fish or anything to clog it. Any idea why after a week that would happen? So, yes and no. What I can tell you is overflows are a weird thing. Overflows make noise. They gurgle, they burp, they do weird things. And it takes a while to find the appropriate balance between the overflow being able to keep up with the amount of water that you have flowing through there and not gurgling and burping and basically the siphon getting interrupted. And it's not necessarily a siphon, but it's the flow, the venting, and all of that getting interrupted. It's very difficult. What I would do, Joe, is entertain the idea of lowering the flow on your filter a little bit. Just a little bit. Any tank you have where you're running a sump that has overflows, which if you're running a sump, there's overflows, you have to find that appropriate balance. With every single one of my tanks that has overflows, no, all but one, because the stealth box wasn't invented yet when I got the first 360. What do you mean stealth box? It's a box. It's an overflow box that goes on the back of custom aquariums tanks. It's their design. It is, I don't know if it's patented. I don't know what it is, but there's multiple overflows, and one needs to be a little higher than the other, and then the other one serves as a backup, and it's like this weird balance. And until you find that, it gurgles, it slurps, it makes weird noises, and it burps, and you're like, I can't figure it out. And it takes a while to figure it all out. It usually involves baffles. It involves different lengths of pipe. It involves adjusting the flow on the pumps. Once you get it dialed in, though, you're good to go.
Were you telling that to Joe?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a while, probably because, you know.
Because of the second ex-wife?
Yeah.
Probably mad that I didn't say hi to her fast enough.
Oh, I don't think he's mad. He's probably busy.
Oh, you get your head out of the gutter.
Oh, he's there.
Folks, this woman, you don't even know. This woman has lost her mind.
I'm so funny. What can I say? I make jokes.
MF Cool 83 has been a member for 41 months. Yay, I caught you live now watching from the start. Happy Friday. Hope your week has been great and you have a wonderful weekend. Our week has been great. I had an absolute blast editing the video for this week.
Oh, boy.
And I'm not breaking any news. I'm not. You can't get me to do it. You can't force me. And no, I will not even talk about this on the member stream. We made a decision this week that I'm pretty daggone excited about.
Oh.
That's all I'm going to say about that. And no, we are not having more kids. That's not it.
What the heck? That's weird. I don't think they thought that.
Well, that's all the information they're going to get.
Okay.
We came up with a really good idea, and I'm not going to tell you about it for a while.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people will be very happy about this decision that we are thinking we made. We've made the decision. Whether we can do it or not, that's a whole other story. But I'm a firm believer once we decide we're going to do something, consider it happening. It's just that you won't know what that is. So it's not more cats. Dennis McKelvey, I took 2 of them. Look, are you going to put 12 of them in your mouth at one time?
No, you don't
That's what
worry
she
about
said.
it.
Everybody's guessing more cats.
Oh.
You invented a filter with no bypass. Wouldn't that be awesome?
I found out, well, I knew, but I didn't know the exact number. John's sister has 14 grandkids. And I was like, I have 14 cats. And then she said, and the 15th is on the way. And I was like, I got a 15th on the way too, I'm sure, somewhere. Cat.
I'm sorry, I was reading Witsworld's $20
Oh.
super chat, and I didn't hear not even a word that you just said. But you probably said something bad about me, so it's okay. Witsworld said, dang it, he's right, people. I failed to see the last entry into the log. I beg your pardon and forgiveness, sir. And should it happen again, may the invisible man in his invisible world curse me with 1,000 deaths. Wow.
It's so funny.
So
Whip is hilarious.
Whip's World is the recipient of the award on Sunday's video for getting the most accurately identified Easter eggs in our video from Sunday. But there was more. And unfortunately, now I got to find them. We had a lot in there, and I need to find it now. I did exactly what I promised, and I pinned Whip's World's comment because he was the one that got it the closest. Now, in case you don't have no idea what I'm talking about, the video that we put up on Sunday included a bunch of Easter eggs and references to things that are very important to me. I'm the one that writes the scripts, so someday maybe I'll do ones that are important to Lisa. But
You did my name. I said my name was going to be Cat, and then I made up another name to make it Cat. Because I like cats.
I allowed her to think that.
And then you decided to say it was because of somebody from the superheroes.
It's Cat Grant.
But that wasn't what I did it for. I said it was my name was going to be Cat. And you went with, well, it's going to be because of this then. That's not why.
My character's name in this video was Clifford Lars James Kirk II.
Dan.
But you can call me Dave.
Dan.
And Whip's World was, I believe, the first to identify all, except for the second part. Nobody guessed why my name was the second. I believe yes, I did mention this in a reply to his comment. The second represents the best album that was ever made by Metallica, which would be Ride the Lightning. All four of those names are the first names of 4 members of Metallica. There are technically 7 members of Metallica: Cliff Burton, Lars Ulrich, Kirk Hammett, Dave Mustaine, James Hetfield, Jason Newsted, and Robert Trujillo. But the 4 that rolled off the tongue the most was Clifford Lars James Kirk II. But you can call me Dave for Dave Mustaine of Megadeth fame and also Metallica fame.
And I just made up Dan because
Yeah, Dan means nothing.
it just rolled off good. It was like Dan.
That was something, again, she deserves an Academy Award. That was something she came up with on the fly. I'm going to say your name wrong and call you Dan. And I said, that's hilarious. And that's how that happened. Miss Lane is obviously in reference to Lois Lane. Lana is Lana Lang. There's been a couple of people in the comments that said Lana Lane. It's not Lane. I'm sorry. I'm a Superman purist. I have to correct that. It is Lana Lang, Lang. Tommy Araya is the singer from Slayer. Jordan. Now, this is one that Whip's World got wrong, but he also didn't, because he said one of the names that was mentioned was Jordan Newsted. Newsted was obviously the former bass player from Metallica. Jordan, for me, was the fact that that's Superman's son.
It's my daughter's name.
Jordan Kent. Also our daughter's name. And so it worked perfectly. His guess, though, was that it is Jordan is the NBA GOAT. And he's definitely right there. And anybody who says any player ever in history was better than Michael Jordan, well, they're just a stupid person. So he's definitely right there. Mustaine is a reference to Dave Mustaine. Katrina is Cat from Superman, yes. Tracy might be a reference to Dick. No.
It's my best friend.
Her best friend's name is Tracy. And Tracy was selected specifically because it's a unisex name, just like Jordan. Can go either way. Tracy Ullman, Tracy Lawrence. Tracy Bird, Tracy Ullman. Did I already say that? I already said Ullman. What's another? Quick, come on, give me another Tracy girl name.
Tracy Harrell.
Harrell. Yeah, there you go. Tracy Bird. I mean, there's lots of Tracy dudes and there's a lot of Tracy girls. And Dan means nothing. So that's all of the references there. The only one, again, that was missed was the second, which represents Ride the Lightning. So, but Whip's World got them all right except for 2. And so he got pinned to the top of the comments. I'll tell you, this week's video coming up only has a few, maybe more than a few if you include the Clifford Lawrence James.
Is in here.
Tracy Chapman.
No,
Tracy.
Tracy.
Oh, look, that's funny.
Hey, Tracy.
That's perfect. But Al Culp said Tracy Chapman. Perfect. See, there's plenty of female Tracys out there.
Yeah.
One of them happens to be Lisa's best friend, who happens to be in the chat. Small world.
Since high school. We've been through a lot. Trust me. She was the one that always had the car. Like, she had her license way before me. So she drove us around everywhere. And, you know, I was the one that was, like, giving the directions, which was really bad. We'd get lost. Like, on our way to the White Zombie concert that time, the White Zombie and Pantera concert. I was like, oh, yeah, I know. It's when you had to have paper, you know, like you printed out MapQuest or whatever. And
oh, God, I remember those days.
Did we even have that then? Because that was in the 90s. I don't remember how. I can't believe she trusted me with directions. I don't know how we got there, but we did. We went through a few places we weren't supposed to, though.
Tracy Lawrence will always be in my top 5 favorite country singers ever. Me too. Tracy Lawrence, very, very underrated country music singer from the 90s. I've seen him in concert. He was great. Saw him in concert with the other one. Why am I? Every light in the house is on. Why am I drawing a blank on his name? I just said it. The big guy. He's like 7 feet tall. Come on. Come on, y'all. Help me out here. Not Tracy Bird. Tracy Bird, I'm a fan of also, but it's not him. And I don't think this guy, Trace Adkins. Thank you. God, that was going to drive me nuts. Yeah, both of those guys in concert. And there was a third person too, but I don't remember who it was. It was a long time ago. But yeah, tremendous fan of Tracy Lawrence. You know Tracy Lawrence, right? I mean, not personally, but you know his songs.
No, I don't listen to country music like that.
But it's from the 90s, back when country music was good.
I'm even earlier country, kind of. But 90s.
Okay.
80s, 90s.
90s when country, how about this? In the 90s when country was still good. How about that?
Yeah.
That's
Anything
better.
in the 2000s, I don't know.
Ron McGovey and Lloyd Grant. Who are those people? I don't know who those people are. The only members of Metallica, the original 4 that I knew of was Cliff, Dave, James, and Lars. Whoever this Ron McGovern and Lloyd Grant, I don't know who those people are. But that doesn't mean that's not right. I just don't know who those people are. Session musicians or something? Maybe Ron was before Cliff. Okay. Well, didn't none of us know anything about Metallica before Cliff? Come on, let's be honest with each other. I know what has been put on recording. How about that? But I didn't realize that. I didn't know that they had another guy in for Cliff before Cliff. Anyway. Country even today has some of the best storytelling. I can't even really give it a chance anymore. I like Luke Combs. I like a little bit of Morgan Wallen. And there might be one other guy. I don't know. But I'm a country music fan from the 80s and the 90s. So Dave Mustaine, huge fan of him. Definitely am. Lloyd was just after Dave and before Jerk. Who's Jerk? Jirk. What the heck does Jerk mean?
I don't know.
So
Keith Whitley. Yeah, I like.
oh my God, Keith Whitley's my favorite.
Yeah, Keith Whitley. Wow, he was good.
So Lloyd was between Dave and Kirk? Oh, that's what it...
Kirk.
J-I-R-K. The fat fingers did that. He meant Kirk. I didn't realize there was somebody between those. That's interesting. I thought Kirk was right after Dave. Shows how much I know. But Keith Whitley, best male voice that there's ever been in country music. I'll say that right to anybody who thinks their voice is better than him. Absolutely best one.
I liked back then. I liked the Judds and Alison Krauss. There was that one chick. Really liked her. Tanya Tucker.
She's going to sit here and describe Tanya Tucker as that chick.
She was awesome.
Does Charlie Daniels count as country? No, he's bluegrass. Come on, get with it now. But I'm a big fan of Charlie Daniels. I've seen Charlie Daniels in concert. He was great. Dave was OG Metallica. Yeah, like I said, Cliff, Dave, Lars, and James. I mean, that's what it always was to me. And listen, y'all, unless your name's Dennis McKelvey, or maybe Whip's World, I was listening to Metallica way before you were, so knock it off. I was listening to Metallica in 1985 while I was out skateboarding in my backyard. So don't tell me.
I was listening to it in 1983. And Poison. Look what the cat dragged in.
That was not 1983.
Whatever. Shut up. It was the 80s.
John was listening to Metallica before I was a twinkle in my folks' eye. Yeah, let's see what I'm saying? That's right. I mean, I'm going to tell you all a story that's hilarious.
Uh-oh.
I was not allowed to listen to Metallica. My mother, still to this day, very, very religious, very Christian. And to hear songs like Fade to Black and Welcome Home Sanitarium and Master of Puppets and basically the entire Ride the Lightning album, she was like, no, you're not listening to that. It wasn't until the song One came out and I was able to play the song One for her and my dad. And I remember this like it was yesterday. And Justice for All had just came out. My sister bought the cassette and she let me borrow it so that I could play the song One for my parents and said, listen, it's about a Vietnam guy and he got hurt and he got his arms and his legs and his face blown off. And it's a really sad story. And they heard that and they were like, okay, we'll let you listen to Metallica. And it was game on from that point. And I know before anybody tries to one-up me, I know that song's about Johnny's Got His Gun. I know that. I didn't have to tell that to my parents, though.
Whew. Man, I was probably like, I didn't win Mom of the Year when David was 10 and I bought him the Eminem CD.
I bought him Ride the Lightning when he was 14.
Well, but
The
10,
first, yeah, that's pushing it a little with
and
yeah.
Jordan, I took her when she was 7 to see Saw at the movie theater. Yeah, I wanted my kids to experience what life was really about and not
But-
be little snowflakes.
That, if I'm not mistaken, that's not the year you won Mother of the Year, right? No. Okay.
No.
I saw Metallica on the Injustice for All and Black Album tours. I wish I could have seen him on Injustice for All. I saw him on the Black Album tour. And that is one of the few shows that I would consider going to now, particularly with them touring with Pantera. with Zach and with Phil back with them and everything. Well, not really back with them. I mean, Phil's the only, you know what I'm saying. I don't know if the bass player is the original Pantera bass player. I'm not sure. I don't even know who that is. It might about when I heard them for the first time was 86, and Justice for All was the first time I saw them. And Justice for All is the first time most people saw Metallica. One is a song that it might be the biggest metal song that's ever been released. And then there was Enter Sandman. So Enter Sandman's probably bigger than that. But just my opinion. But New Country is meh. I hate the word meh. No offense, meh. Joshua.
I say it. Meh.
I'm not saying I don't say it. For some reason, it bothers me when I see it typed. But New Alternative Country American is where it's at, like Red Clay Strays. I've heard the Red Clay Strays, and I like them. I couldn't tell you 5 modern day country music artists. If it's not Luke Combs or Morgan Wallen, I don't know. Who's the one that just broke the record for the biggest concert in America? Ticket. Is it Zach Bryan? Is that his name? Never heard one of his songs. He might be great. If he's selling 100,000 tickets, I'm sure he's good. I've watched that intro when Morgan Wallen comes up off the floor and he does Sand in My Boots. Like, I've watched that. Y'all have seen it. That's a great video. But I'm not a fan of all of Morgan Wallen's songs. Jelly Roll. I think Jelly Roll's awesome. I love his story. I love the person that he is. I would love to meet that man. And we're just going to tell you, because there's like 16 people watching, I thought we had a hookup. I shouldn't say hookup. Yeah. That's an inappropriate way of saying it. A friend of mine was a friend of a guy who was friends with Jelly Roll. And apparently that friend had come to my friend and said, Jelly Roll wants an aquarium. And my friend, who was told by his friend, who's friends with Jelly Roll, told me, and I said, I got him. Just give him my information. I got him. Yeah. Whatever it is. You were standing right there.
I know. Said, I was there.
Whatever he wants. I got him. Just let me know. And Jelly Roll's cellmate. I don't think it was his cellmate. And I never heard anything back. I was disappointed because I was like, that would be really cool. He seems like a really cool guy just to hang out with. As far as modern day musicians go, him, the guys with tattoos on their faces, like Post Malone seems like a super cool guy to hang out with. Hey, Post, I'll get you one too. If you need an aquarium, you let me know. I got you. We'll figure it out. I'm not saying I'm going to pay for it. I'm saying I'll figure it out how to get you one. But yeah, I don't know. Modern music is just bad. I'm sorry. It's just bad. If I listen to my playlist, Ed probably doesn't have anything that's past 2005.
I have a few different playlists. It just depends on what mood I'm in or who I feel like that day. If I'm happy that day, I listen to this. If I'm down this one day, I'll listen to that. If I'm really mad and stuff, I'll listen to that. Yeah. And then there's the one that's just the overall, I'll just listen to this. Yeah.
Yeah. Teddy Swims. I've heard that name, but I don't know who that is. I mean, I couldn't tell you. I think I know the one song. You know the one song. I think I know that one song. The one, from Teddy Swims. And he has tattoos on his face. The other one, what was this? Oh, that movie that we went to the theaters and saw. Caught Stealing? Action Bronson was in that. And I know who that is. But we were in the theater, so I didn't point him out to you, but he's like a New York rapper guy, and he's awesome. I don't know if his music's awesome, but he's an awesome dude. Anyway, I don't even know. Teddy swims his soul. Okay. Well, you just taught me something about him because I didn't know anything about him except for that I Lose Control song. Whatever. I don't know what that song's called, but the dude can sing. I know that. I was in Afghanistan listening to Metallica while working out and singing loudly and didn't realize it until my buddy tapped me and said I was loud. Everyone was looking at me. I had headphones on. Listen, John, first of all, thank you for your service. Second of all, if you're deployed and you're working out, I don't give a damn what you're singing. It's a beautiful thing. But if you're singing Metallica, you get a pass. I don't care. Especially if it's from Ride the Lightning, forget it. Fade to Black. Who's going to tell me there's a better song than Fade to Black? There isn't. Action Bronson's really funny. Yeah, he's in that Caught Stealing movie. It's the first time I've ever seen him in a movie. If you remember the bar where he left the keys, the kind of fat guy with the red hair and that got, spoiler alert, that got shot.
Yeah.
That's Action Bronson.
Oh, okay.
Master of Puppets. Great album. Not on Ride the Lightning. It's on Master of Puppets, but you knew that, Greg. But yeah, Master of Puppets is great too. Every album from Metallica through the Black Album, I can just play straight through. Don't need to skip any songs. They're all great. Screeching Weasel was a great band back in the day. Not many know of them. I'm one of those people, MC, that doesn't know. I've never heard of that name, but that's a great band name. Screeching Weasel. Was no one listening to Judas Priest back then except for me? Oh, no, I was. Certainly. I hung out with a bunch of skateboarders that did not only listen to punk. I grew up right outside of DC, which is the home of punk music. So there was a lot of Suicidal Tendencies, Black Flag, Misfits, Descendants. I could go on and on and on. Fugazi, but when we weren't playing that, we were playing Metallica, Judas Priest, Slayer, Anthrax, Megadeth, all the big four. And I loved that. It was great. Ronnie James Dio, forget about it. Ozzy and Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, all of it. Wait, a skateboarder that's never heard of Screeching Weasel? No. That sounds like a punk name. Didn't Metallica start as a Misfits cover band? I know they did Last Caress on Garage Days Revisited, which was a great version, dare I say, better than the Misfits version. I mean, they probably started doing Misfits song. I don't know if they were a cover band.
Lisa Meow has a baby skunk.
Oh,
It's
nice.
been coming to her house, and I'm so jealous. It is a baby skunk. I have to show you on Instagram. It's a little baby skunk.
That's adorable.
She feeds it peanuts, so I need to go get some peanuts.
I'm the only one sitting at this table that's held a skunk in my hands.
Well, that's because the stinker was out.
Sing the chorus of Where Eagles Dare. I will do no such thing. But you have to admit, early Glenn Danzig, that dude could wail. I mean, that dude could sing. I've seen Danzig in concert. I've seen Black Flag in concert. I've seen Bad Brains in concert at the 930 Club in DC, which was interesting. Who else have I seen? As far as punk bands go, I don't know. I've not held a skunk. We got to get out of here in 4 minutes, but the funny story about it, if y'all have never met Will Nace, you see Will Nace in videos. He does a lot of reptile videos and animal videos, and you don't realize this, but he is a real life giant. He is a giant man.
He's a very tall person.
He's like 6'9", He's not fat at all. He's actually in great shape, but he's very, very tall. He's a very big guy. And him and I are friends. The three of he's friends with you too. I'm at Aquashella. It was one of the only ones you weren't at.
No, it was 2. I didn't go to 2.
I said one of the only ones.
Yeah.
I think it was Dallas,
Actually, there's 3 I didn't go to.
Chicago, Dallas,
and Florida.
Yeah. No.
I didn't go to a Florida one.
Yes, you did. I didn't go to a Florida one by myself. I don't think. Anyway, Will's a big guy, but thankfully we're friends, so I'm not scared of him. I'm standing there in the YouTube booth, and he's standing 15 feet from me, and he's like this. And he's big and intimidating. There's nothing intimidating about him. He's a super sweet guy, but he's standing there looking at me like this, and he just goes like this. And when a giant guy that's half your age and is a giant and could kick your butt easily does this, guess what you do? You do what he says. And I went over to him and he said, "Follow me." And I followed him over to his booth and he just handed me a skunk. There is a picture of me
I saw, yeah.
holding that skunk. It's amazing. So it was so much fun. But anyway, you got to start saying goodbye to everybody.
Yeah.
We got to transition to members.
I have to say thank you. I have to say thank you to a few people. I want to say thank you to Roger Anderson and Curtis Crump for donating to the Roots and Whiskers GoFundMe for the barn expansion. I also want to say thank you to Curtis Crump and Robert Wayman for donating food and kitty supplies from the Amazon wish list for Roots and Whiskers kitties. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. Well, it's your job to say goodbye to everybody. So what we're going to do is we're going to take about a 5-minute break between now and the member stream so that we can pee
Lisa
and all of that.
can go feed the skunk. We're doing this for her.
And Lisa Hudson's probably going to go get wine, so y'all better look out.
No.
You're not?
Pee. Well, you don't have to tell everybody.
She's going to go get wine. Not for me. It's just for her. And that way she can be real entertaining for the member stream. Just make sure you don't disagree with her on anything. Whatever it is she says, just tell her she's right.
Oh, my goodness. Anyway. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you, mods, for helping out. And thank you to the lurkers, because you help us get views, and that just helps, even if you don't want to lurk. And thank you for everybody that chatted and participated. We love you guys and girls.
Hold on a second. Whip, are you being serious that James J.Y. Young is your cousin? Are you serious?
I'm saying goodbye.
I met him in a parking lot in Virginia Beach, Virginia. All I said to him was, "JY," and he said this. That was our conversation. It was a beautiful thing. Big fan. If he's your cousin, that's so cool. Anyway, sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
You have to say goodbyes now.
I see the resemblance, though, Whip. So, thank you. She's punishing me now. I'm sorry, but when a friend of ours mentions that he's cousins to a major rock star, of which I've seen in concert twice, it's a big deal.
I understand. So go ahead.
So, thank you all so much for hanging out with us. Thank you to the mods for helping us out with the chat, the unruly chat that we had here tonight. And we will see the channel members in about 5 minutes on the member stream. Anybody that has the link, if you want to start going on there now, I'm going to go pee and I'll be right back to start that up. So thank you all so much and goodbye, everybody. It's so mean you making me do that.